Imagine your heart failing so badly that you cannot walk across the room without gasping for air. Your doctor tells you there is no cure, only medications to slow the decline and maybe a machine to help pump your blood. Then, months later, something unbelievable shows up under the microscope. Your damaged heart has quietly started growing new muscle cells, as if it is trying to rebuild itself from the inside out. That is not science fiction. That is what a new study on patients with artificial hearts has just revealed, and it might completely change how we think about heart failure and life expectancy. Before we dive in, remember, this video is for education only. It is not personal medical advice. Never stop or change your medications without speaking to your cardiologist or primary doctor. Heart failure is one of the biggest and most underrated health emergencies in the United States. Nearly 7 million adults are living with it, and it's linked to about 14% of deaths every year, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. When your heart fails, it means the heart muscle is too weak or too stiff to pump enough blood to meet the body's needs. You feel tired, breathless, swollen, and your world quietly shrinks. Medications, devices, and lifestyle changes can slow things down, but until now, there has been no true cure. To understand why this new research is so shocking, we need to compare two very different muscles in your body. Think about your leg muscles. If you tear a muscle playing soccer and then rest it, the muscle fibers can regenerate. They can repair and rebuild. That is why athletes recover after injuries. The heart has always been considered different. When a heart attack kills part of the heart muscle, doctors have long believed that damaged area is gone forever, replaced by scar tissue that does not beat. So, here's the twist. A team of scientists from the University of Arizona, Karolinska Institute in Sweden, and other centers asked a bold question. What if the human heart actually does have a hidden self-healing switch, but it only turns on under very special conditions? To test this, they studied people with severe heart failure who had been given an implanted mechanical pump known as a left ventricular assist device. This device sits inside the chest and pushes blood into the main artery, so the failing heart can finally rest instead of working non-stop. The researchers used a very precise method, similar to carbon dating, to tell how old the heart cells were in tissue samples from these patients. What they found was shocking. In a subset of patients whose heart function had clearly improved, their heart muscle cells were regenerating at a rate more than 6 times higher than the rate seen in healthy hearts. In other words, the damaged heart was not just surviving with the pump. In some people, it was actively growing new muscle. Cardiologist and scientist Hashem Sadek, who co-led the research, called this the strongest evidence so far that human heart muscle cells can actually regenerate. His earlier work had already shown that before birth, heart cells divide actively, but soon after birth, they stop dividing and devote all their energy to pumping blood nonstop. The new study suggests that when the pump takes over most of the workload, the heart finally gets something it has never had since infancy: deep, mechanical bed rest. Under that rest, at least in some people, the heart seems to remember how to heal. Here is where this gets even more interesting. Not every patient with an artificial heart showed this level of regeneration. Only about a quarter were what the scientists call responders. That means there's something special about the biology of those patients. Maybe their genes, their metabolism, their immune system, or the exact way their heart was unloaded by the device. Finding out why they respond and how to turn non-responders into responders is now one of the most exciting challenges in cardiology. So, does this mean heart failure is about to be cured next year? No, it's important to stay grounded. Right now, this discovery is a proof of possibility, not a ready-to-use therapy for everyone. These are complex operations reserved for the sickest patients, and the devices come with serious risks, including infection, blood clots, and bleeding. The study tells us that the human heart has more regenerative potential than we thought, but it doesn't replace medication, surgery, or transplant yet. However, the door that just opened is huge. If scientists can identify the molecular pathways that restart cell division in those regenerating hearts, they may be able to design medicines or gene-based therapies that mimic the effect of rest without needing a large mechanical pump. Imagine drugs that gently nudge dormant heart cells to divide again, or temporary devices that unload the heart just long enough to let it rebuild itself. That's the long-term vision, not just to support a failing heart, but to coax it to repair itself. Now, if you're living with heart failure or worried about your risk, you may be thinking, what can I actually do today? The answer is a lot. The same basic steps that protect your heart now also give you the best chance to benefit from future breakthroughs. Keep your blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol under control with the help of your healthcare team. Move your body most days of the week, even if it's just gentle walking or chair exercises. Focus on a pattern of eating that is rich in vegetables, fruits, beans, whole grains, nuts, and healthy fats, and lower in salt, ultra-processed foods, and added sugars. Prioritize good sleep, manage stress, and if you smoke, ask for serious help to quit. All of these habits reduce the strain on your heart just like that artificial pump reduces strain in advanced cases. Think of them as your daily way of unloading the heart, one small choice at a time. The less stress your heart carries, the more reserve it has to respond to any future regenerative therapies. Finally, I want you to take away one simple message from this story. For decades, doctors believed the adult human heart was like a broken engine. Once a piece was gone, it was gone forever. This new research shows that the story is more hopeful than that. Under the right conditions, the heart may not be a dead end, but a damaged organ that still remembers how to grow. If you found this both a little scary and a little inspiring, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is for. Stay curious, stay kind to your heart, and always work closely with your own doctor. The science of heart failure is changing fast, and the next chapter may be about helping your heart heal itself, not just holding it together.